Hello, Taurus. Welcome. Thank you for bringing me into your space and allowing me to spend part of your day with you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. My name is Dawn and we'll be doing a new moon reading today. I start with some tarot cards from the Ibiza Tarot. We get a general storyline for the new moon energy for you and for the cycle ahead. And then we draw some oracle cards to get some clarity around those things. Okay, so let's get started and see what the focus is for Taurus. Beautiful, grounded, steady Taurus. Okay. All right, beautiful. Okay, so the Taurus is where we start out, which is the Hanged Man energy. Change through breaking old patterns and thinking things through carefully. So the Hanged Man is where you're stuck in this limbo. It's not necessarily an action card. It's where you're in this sort of stuck energy and something needs to change, right? And it's going to be a positive for you once you come out of that energy. But right now the suggestion is you're in a window where something needs to change for sure. That's the focus with the Hanged Man. And we're going to get some guidance as to how we move through that. Now that'll be specific for each of you. This is a general reading for you around this energy. So however that pertains to you, that's what you stay focused on. The Castanets, the Lovers. Love and positive partnerships, cooperation and harmony. Together we dance until the end. Okay, so in relationships, perhaps this is around relationships. You have a decision to make. That could be literally in partnership. You have a new partnership coming. Someone wants to enter your life. It could be partnerships with a career or an endeavor where you need to create some harmony and balance with that. You're in a space where you're making a decision around that. We'll get some more information as the reading progresses, okay, Taurus? The Exarema, in the moment of truth, call upon the forces of spirit and mind to make correct decisions, judgment. So this is all around, there's a decision to be made. So again, you're in this hangman position where there is a change that has to come forward, and it's in relation to a partnership somehow. So that could be romantic, it could be friend, it could be soulmate, it could be job or career, but it is in exchange with someone, not something, all right? And then coming forward, we've got a decision has to be made here. And the moment of truth, connect, make your connection with source, spirit, the universe, however you refer to your higher self. Make your connection with that to help you to make that judgment, because the energy will be there for you to do that, Taurus. And then Alpine Swift, air, reason and judgment are required to make important decisions, analyze and act quickly. So again, there you go, that connects back to your judgment. These all come and flow with each other. So Taurus, this is really a great reading in terms of, it's very, it all flows together really nicely. So let's see what specific areas we need to look at, because we've got judgment being mentioned a couple of times here and decisions that you have to make. And then we've got change. So there's change that needs to come. There's change that needs to evolve here. So we're going to pull some crystal deck cards and pull on the crystal energy within our earth and Mother Gaia, and see how that supports the messages so far. And if you'd like to make this an interactive reading, Taurus, then you're welcome at any time to stop the reading, pause. If and when ideas come up for you, if something sparks, just write it down, jot it down. It doesn't matter how it connects, if it's ridiculous to you or not. Just be open to that. Just jot some things down, because this is all about manifesting something, bringing something into the physical world, the material world. When we're manifesting, we are using our connection to source and our energy to line up with our intentions towards spirit and co-create or manifest something in our material world. So for you, it's around something has to shift and change. You're in this position where you're not making any moves right now, and it's time to move into that energy of using this window to make those moves. All right, so let's see what comes forward for that. Okay. So under this energy of the Hanged Man, we've got in the position, it says to pay close attention to this one. Blue lace agate, find your calm. So you need to get connected. You're in this hangman space, but you're overthinking. It's too much in the mental body. It's too much in the, you're just all over with your thoughts. Your thoughts are disconnecting you and keeping you in this space where you're hemming and hawing. And you need to contemplate, but you also need to make sure that you find your center and that you're in a serene space, because we find clarity in our stillness. We find clarity in those quiet moments, that's when it comes to us. So if you're not comfortable with meditating, then still work towards just having some quiet moments, doing some journaling and some reflecting, and that may help. Now, underneath the next card, which is your positive partnerships and loving partnerships here, it says, Iolite, shift your money mindset. Okay, so maybe there's been something restricting you around, if this is around business, maybe you've been contemplating a partnership with someone in business and you've not really taken any action yet. So this is suggesting to take a look at your relationship with money, with the financial piece of this situation, and that will help you to make a decision and bring more clarity. It's also suggesting if this is if this is a new relationship coming in that is personal, then you're encouraged to, again, just be aware of your relationship with money, because that plays some importance with this. Like perhaps you're being cautioned not to overspend, or you're being cautioned that you need to use your money delegated into a good space, and this is where judgment comes in, right? So maybe you need to use your judgment around these partnerships for sure, and make sure that the money is right. And whether that's personal or whether that's business, it doesn't matter. It's always, our relationship with money reflects our relationships overall, So if you have a good, harmonious relationship with the exchange of money and its value as an exchange tool, then everything else is more harmonious. So Taurus, let's keep that in mind. Then coming up with judgment, phantom quartz, embrace change. And see, we hear change again. So we've got judgment, we've got change. You've got things coming up that you need to look at, Taurus, that you're manifesting. You've got some great changes coming forward, and you've got this good partnership that either exists or is coming into your existence. This is what you're going to manifest around this energy here that we started with, which is again change through breaking old patterns and thinking through things carefully. So you're being told over and over again that there's change. Be money aware with this change. Find the balance, and the adventure in it. But there is a change coming forward, whether that's business-wise. Again, it's individual for each of you, but there is a change coming forward for you that's being manifested within this cycle that you have the power to bring into life, or to bring it more fully into life if you focus on that. And then finally, we have one of my favorite stones is shungite. Detox your life, and pay close attention to this one. Reason and judgment are required to make important decisions where you analyze and act quickly. And over top of that, we have detoxify your life. So that means get rid of all of those ideas that don't serve you. Get rid of that stuck energy, getting that clarity, right? Detox, get that clarity around finding your calm and getting you out of this hanged man position where you can take some action, because through your partnerships with others, and having a disciplined perspective, you're definitely coming into a space where you're manifesting something. There's a decision to be made, and it's for your better good. So you're in a space where you're being asked to make those decisions and speak your truth when they come, right? You need to be able to speak your truth and embrace that change that comes forward, because it's just changes all around. It's also in these cards here, you know, reason and judgment, appropriate decisions. So this is all around the rationality, but also being connected to the higher source as well, right? Okay, so let's get a little bit of the feather energy. We've got the grounding with the stones in our connection to Gaia, Taurus. So let's just get a little bit of, oops, that one wanted to come out, okay. Let's get a little bit of clarity around the messages. Again, a little more deep. And make notes if you wish, you know. Pause the video whenever you need to, and get the most that you can out of this. You know, make it as interactive as possible, given that it's a one-way here. All right, Taurus, so underneath the tourist and the energy of the hanged man, we've got the finding your calm, so you need to get balanced, and then we've got on top of that canary. Step forward now and sing your song. There's power in finding your voice. So see, look at that. You are not going to be stuck in this energy. This is what you're coming out of. You know, you are moving through, whoops, you are moving through this energy, which is beautiful. That's fantastic. Okay, so under your partnerships and your discernment and your money, finding that good relationship and balance with money with regard to these love relationships or partnerships that are coming in or have already shown. You've got the Wren. Be bold and confident and use all of your resources to create your dreams. So this is a positive look at working with another someone, either on a romantic level or on a business level, platonic level, but it's important that you use all of your resources, including those nurturing relationships and that feedback. That's going to open you up into that energy even more. And then underneath judgment here, where we've got embracing change, because change is going to come, we've got the pheasant. And the pheasant is, the time is ripe for creation and connection. Focus your attention in these areas. So see that? Connection, creation. You've got money here. You've got the money card in there with the crystal. So you are in a space now where you're setting yourself up with some great, great energy. You're coming out of this indecision, this space of limbo, and you're going to connect with some people or one individual that's definitely meant to support you in this, and you may even be on this endeavor with this person. And you're going to be able to move forward and have success with whatever it is you decide. And if this is a personal relationship, someone coming in on a romantic level, Taurus, then you're going to make a decision about whether it's worthwhile investing your energy in that and whether it's not. And the suggestion is that it may be worthwhile to spend some time and take a look at that. And then to end things off, we have the Page of Swords. Reason, Alpine Swift. Reason and judgment are required to make important decisions, analyze them and act quickly, and detox your life. So whatever the blocks were, those are going to be lifted. You've got the crane energy. You will soon enter into beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. Look at that. So that comes back to right over here with your original partnership card. So we're seeing that more than once in your reading, which means that's important. Pay attention to that. So there is a relationship coming forward, whether that be personal or business related or friendship, but this person is going to be important into achieving some of the things that you want to achieve and unfold. And that could be on a spiritual level, it could be in the material plane. This is about manifesting, but we can also manifest spiritual realities for ourselves as well, right, Taurus? So although we don't love change necessarily as a sign, Taurus, you know, embrace that change, because that's going to be something that's really positive for you. Use your good judgment. You've been sitting in this limbo and you've been waiting. So use your good judgment for that, and rely on this partnership as well. You know, we are co-creators, and we aren't necessarily meant to do anything alone, whether we do them with others or we connect in with spirit. All three are usually the best, right? Ourselves, spirit, and others. So we're going to pull 2 more cards to round out our reading today. And we have forgiveness and happy ending. Okay, so this is suggesting that somewhere there needs to be some forgiveness, and why maybe that's why you've been in this hanged man space. Perhaps you haven't forgiven yourself regarding choices you've made in the past, because this is also around judgment, choices and relationships. Perhaps it is that you've not forgiven yourself, or you've not forgiven another. And just remember, forgiveness is so important, because that transmutes the energy that we hold around something, because that unforgiving energy is very dense and it's very heavy, and it keeps our vibration lower, you know. And when we forgive, we're not giving someone permission or something permission for what happened and saying that's okay. What we're saying is we want to transmute that energy so it no longer has control over us through our memories of being stuck in the past, and through moving forward as well, you know, being able to move forward. So somewhere there may be forgiveness needed for you. And then happy ending, there you go. So this will all lead you to a beautiful, happy ending as you move through this and embrace this change. You know, you've got some positive people coming into your life that are going to help you on your journey through this lunar cycle. And it may lead even into, you know, beyond the cycle, Taurus, because these things are not, you know, completely specific to the time frames. Everything is fluid. I'm going to pull 1 high fractal energy card, which will tie everything together. And I always read this one, and it's so funny because you saw me shuffle, but this is exactly the same card as the last reading. So let's take a look at that. Number 36. That's not staying. Let me just put a little thing there for you. Okay, so 36 is all about self-talk. There we go. High energy card, and it's directly related to how you're treating yourself. Note how teeth inside the mouth are pointing inward to the image. Your guides are telling you that it's time to work on being kinder to yourself. It's important you become aware of your self-judgments, your inner dialogue. It's time to start talking to yourself as if you were your own best friend, using kindness and compassion. You do this for others, now it's time to do it for yourself. So there you go. And that comes back to the forgiveness, right? Give yourself some time to forgive. You've been in stuck energy, you're coming out of it, and you've got some beautiful, beautiful things ahead, Taurus. So this is the message that came through for your new moon energy reading, Taurus. And I want to thank you again for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful new moon coming ahead. And if you like if this resonates with you, please like and subscribe and help me build and share with others. And until next time, live big and shine bright.